Hey everyone, so this is the first movie review that I'm doing, and so today I'm going to be doing 4 movies and 1 TV series, so let's get right on to it. So the first movie is called The Iron Lung, which is rated R, came out in 2026, is 2 hours and 7 minutes long. The cast is Markiplier, a video game YouTuber mostly known for his Five Nights at Freddy's videos and his Yandere simulator. And another actor is Troy Baker, who is a voice actor in BioShock, the video game, and The Last of Us, also the video game. Another actress is Caroline Kaplan, I've never seen before, but is in the movie Proof and Pieces of Me. Now, the plot of The Iron Lung is a convict man is put inside a submarine to explore a star-like moon in orbit. In this orbital moon are oceans made out of blood, and in exchange for his freedom, the convict must explore an ocean made out of blood, even though it is considered a suicide mission. Civilization has no choice since they are on the verge of collapse. Since Earth is not habitable anymore, people are now living in space looking for a new safe haven. Critic opinion. Great movie, especially coming from just a 1 hour video game made by a great YouTuber in just a $3 million budget. It has made nearly $50 million worldwide in just its first month of release. What I must say is the blood scenes were extremely amazing. The isolation of being in a submarine on an ocean, moon planet made of blood is horrifying. Incredible and fascinating all at the same time. I recommend watching it a few times. It's a movie that you would want to watch another time, even though there's nothing you can miss if you pay attention from beginning to end. Final score rating, 8 to a 9 out of a 10. Why? Because it's still a brand new movie, and it has lots of years to go by that I think it will surpass as a classic, which will bring newcomers to the scenery and to the video game. The streaming platforms is at your local theaters at this current time. Now, the second is a series called Surviving Escobar, Elias JJ, rated TV MA, came out 2017, 1 season and 69 episodes. Cast of Surviving Escobar: Juan Pablo Urego, also in another series called The Snitch, and Nicole Santamaria, who is also in the TV series The Snitch. Plot. So Surviving Escobar, JJ Elias, aka Jota Jota, this is a narco masterpiece series. The story is about the years of Popeye, aka Jota Jota, who is Pablo Escobar's bodyguard. He has just turned himself into the feds. Now he has to survive inside a tough prison going against other gang rivalries, feds, and even including his own allies. It is everyone versus everyone inside this facility. A story you don't know what will happen next. Iconic song El Mayor is a freaking awesome soundtrack that's in the series. Every time that song is played, you know that stuff is about to go down. So I definitely recommend this iconic song in the series, El Mayor. Critic opinion. I recommend the series to anybody that is into the Narcos series because this is probably one of the best ones I've seen, with a great acting cast from Juan Pablo Urego as Jota Jota and Nicole Santamaria as Alexandra. With a total of 69 episodes, it is action-packed with very intense motion and crazy climatic scenes. With every moment, you will be in awe, not wanting to miss a single moment. Final score rating, 9 out of 10. It is a must-watch series. The only problem I have is that there aren't enough subtitles for different languages, including not enough platforms for it to be streamed on. So no English or any languages besides Spanish. Great show, nothing really bad to say about this series because it's freaking awesome. The streaming platforms it's on is Roku, Amazon Prime, Apple TV, and ViX. Now on to our second movie in this video. This one is The Batman. Came out 2022, is rated PG-13, is 2 hours and 56 minutes long. Cast is Robert Pattinson, who was in the movies The Lighthouse and also the trilogy of Twilight. Another supporting actress is Zoe Kravitz, Caught Stealing, Divergent, and Dope. Paul Dano, other movies that he was also in is Dumb Money, Swiss Army Man. Plot. Plot of the Batman. There's a new serial killer on the loose, and Batman has to solve his riddles before he plans his next murder. Batman investigates while teaming up with new and some old allies from the comic book series. Critic opinion. Honest opinion, I thought it wasn't that good of a movie. The scenes were very slow, boring, and not enough action. Yes, we do get a lot of investigation and a bit of fight scenes, but they aren't that long and they're kind of plain and dull. I did like the character development as it gave a command of emotion for the scenes, and the gothic tone is very presentable. Flaws. Every time they used the song Something in the Way by Nirvana, it got old and it got very boring pretty quick. Once again, I love the gothic tone in the movie as it showed such an expression of Gotham, but the music didn't quite suit the vibe. Maybe Typo Negative, that band, or something more like Black Sabbath to have another soundtrack to ease into the background would have been a better suggestion. Final score rating, 5 to 6 out of a 10. Streaming platforms: YouTube, HBO Max, Amazon Prime Video, Apple TV, Google Play, and Fandango. On to our next movie. Alright, so the next movie is Mercy. Mercy is rated PG-13, came out 2026, and is 1 hour and 41 minutes long. Cast: Chris Pratt, who is in Jurassic World, Passengers, and Guardians of the Galaxy. Rebecca Ferguson, who is in Doctor Sleep, the 2021 Dune Part 1, and Mission Impossible 5, 6, and 7. Callie Reyes, who is in Catch the Fair One and in the movie Rebuilding. Plot of Mercy. A detective is accused of murdering his wife and is strapped into a death chair. With only 1 hour and 30 minutes left to live, Chris Pratt's character must prove he is innocent with video footage including help from him and his colleagues to trace back the day his wife was murdered. Critic opinion. It was a good detective movie. It stayed really steady the entire film. It kept me entertained. I consider it presentable. Not one of the best detective movies out there, but I give it a go and watch it just once. I love the emotions Chris Pratt plays with Rebecca Ferguson's character, including the others surrounding him. It seemed like real chemistry, especially from the side characters, including the death penalty program. Final score rating, 6.5 out of 10. Yes, it was a bit entertaining, but the movie felt kind of plain and it really limited its own format. I do believe there could have been more, which is why I'm giving it a medium score. Streaming platforms: YouTube, Amazon Prime, and Fandango. Alright, the next movie we have is The Rip. The Rip is rated R, came out in 2026, and is 1 hour and 52 minutes long. Cast: Ben Affleck, who's in Gone Girl and Batman vs. Superman. Steven Yeun, who's in The Walking Dead and Mayhem. And Tiana Taylor from One Battle After Another. And Matt Damon from Good Will Hunting, Oppenheimer, and the Bourne Identity trilogy. Plot: a police detective was murdered by one of her own co-workers, but who is it? A murder mystery with Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, Steven Yeun, Tiana Taylor, and other SWAT detectives have raided a house with a stash full of sweet cash in a Hialeah suburban neighborhood. Crazy stuff goes down while they are solving the murder of their own fellow worker. Critic opinion: great movie. You gotta love detective solving. It really surprises you. It makes you feel tense in scenes, and it really plays with your mind on which character's side you're really on through the whole story. It's a movie you must watch. Final score rating, 7.5 out of 10. The score is because it's another detective movie, but it is one that I would want to watch at least a couple more times just to understand everything it had to offer. Because there will be things you miss the first time you watch the film. Now, streaming platforms, it's on what I currently know, it's only on Netflix. Now, if I had to choose between two detective movies, between Mercy and The Rip, I would go with The Rip and not Mercy because Mercy doesn't have the intensity as The Rip does. Ben Affleck and Matt Damon both put on a hectic show crew with everyone else following along their lead. Both came out in 2026. Both are crime detective movies, but once again, The Rip has the lead by a long one. Alright, and that should be the end of my movie reviews for this week. So, hope you enjoyed them. Subscribe and follow if you want to see more of this content. And peace and love. Alright, bye.